My name is Nancy Cheney, and I am the reading specialist with Epic Charter Schools. We're going to be looking at Oklahoma Academic Standards for 3rd grade, English Language Arts 3.3.R.6, which states, students will describe the structure of a text using description, compare and contrast, sequential, problem and solution, cause and effect, with guidance and support. Text organization is the way that the author organizes the ideas in a text. Text organization is also ways for you to organize your ideas when you are writing. One way to use text structure is description. A descriptive text makes a picture with words. It uses lots of adjectives and describes what you would see, taste, smell, feel, or hear. Some of the adjectives you could use might be beautiful, smooth, loud, sour, pungent, and many others. Let's look at an example of a descriptive short paragraph. It was a beautiful day. The sky was robin egg blue with soft clouds like cotton. The air was crisp, fresh, and smelled like clean laundry. Did you notice many adjectives and descriptive words in this paragraph? Makes it a descriptive or description paragraph. Another way to structure text is to use compare and contrast. The text shows how things or ideas are alike or different. Words that might be used might be best, better, more, less, worse, easier, than, and others. Here's an example of a short compare and contrast paragraph. The two puppies looked exactly the same with light brown fur with small white spots. Joy is frisky and loves to play ball and run in the yard. Bess would rather curl up in my lap in front of the fire. A short example of a compare and contrast way to structure a paragraph. Another way to structure is using sequence or chronological order. The writer places events in the order in which they would happen. Some words that might be useful in sequencing ideas would be first, second, third, a few minutes later, before, after, last year, meanwhile, and other words. Here's an example. To make a cake, first, you must get out all the ingredients and tools needed. Next, you mix all the ingredients together. After this, it is time to bake. Did you notice the words that take us through in sequence or order, first, next, and after this? Just a short example of a sequential or a chronological ordered paragraph. Another way to use text structure is problem and solution. The writer of the text first presents a problem. In the rest of the story, ideas for a solution are given and the problem is solved. Key words to look for are plan, solve, problem, and solution. Here's an example. Jillian had a problem. She really wanted a horse, but her parents said she didn't show enough responsibility to care for one. She made up her mind that she would show them and become more responsible. For 6 months, she worked hard, made sure to always do her chores, and care for her other animals without being reminded. Until finally, her parents saw that she was growing up and being responsible. They agreed to look for her a horse. An example of a problem and a solution. Another text structure would be to use cause and effect. The text shows that one event causes another to happen. One event explains or tells why another happens. In cause and effect events, look for the words because, then, since, as a result, and others. A short example. John scored 50% on his history test because he had not studied the night before the test. One event causes another. Let's review. Text structures and organization. Material for stories and text can be organized in several ways. Some of the ways to organize information are description, compare and contrast, sequential order, problem and solution, and cause and effect. You will find that these structures of text are useful as you read for information and also as you write your own stories and informational articles.